On the cover, in a desert, bright red Ruby, a four-wheeler road rally vehicle, stands at the bottom of some steep boulders. The windshield is her face, holding her two big blue eyes, and her front grille is her mouth, which wears a big grin. A pink flag waves behind the truck. Green cactus and yellow flowers are near the bottom of the image. At the top, large red and yellow letters say, Ruby, and the Off-Road Rally. At the bottom, it says, written by Lisa Ferland and Julie Dwyer, and illustrations by Alvin Adhi.
Meet the rally team. Ruby is the driver, loves to win, new to off-road rallying. Scout is the navigator, calculates the distance to each checkpoint, always watches the clock. What is an off-road rally? An off-road rally is a competition where drivers and navigators drive across rough places like deserts. They have to follow maps to find checkpoints and get past obstacles like sand dunes and rocks. The team that reaches all of the checkpoints and finishes the fastest wins. Off-road rally rules. 1. Always help a fellow competitor in need. 2. Use only paper maps and a compass. 3. Don't block the trail. 4. Respect the wildlife and vegetation. 5. Keep calm and rally on.
Ruby is dreaming. She imagines crossing a finish line with a ribbon stretching across her grille.
Ruby's large tires churn the sand as she and Scout head down the trail. All gas, no brakes, she thinks. Ruby dreams about crossing the finish line and hearing the crowd chanting her name. Ruby! 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 She feels the finish line ribbon wrap around her grille as the golden trophy gleams in the sunlight. Arriving first would make her the first rookie to win the rally in the desert.
A purple vehicle named Tess races past Ruby and Scout, kicking up a big cloud of dust that covers them.
Tess, another rookie, zooms past. She laughs as she covers Ruby and Scout in dust. Distracted, Ruby hits a rut and yelps in surprise. She jams on the brakes. Scout throws her notes onto the seat and crosses her arms.
Ruby, you have to focus on your driving. Take your time.
But we are training for a rally, says Ruby. Faster is better.
You know that's not how it works, says Scout. We will miss a turn if we drive too fast, and getting lost will make us late for the checkpoint. Every point matters.
Ruby is stuck in soft sand, looking embarrassed. Scout studies a large paper map using a ruler and compass. There's a big arrow pointing northeast.
Ruby sinks into the sand. You're right. I'll watch my speed. She looks down. Which way should we go? I'm blocking the trail, and we can't break rule number 3. Scout checks the map.
Head northeast.
They continue to practice plotting coordinates and driving in the desert for hours until Scout's head is foggy and Ruby's body is sore.
That night, Ruby and Scout lie under a star-filled sky.
Ruby and Scout collapse under the twinkling stars, excited for an early start tomorrow.
Early morning. Scout leans over a map with a plotter and ruler.
The morning of the rally, Scout hunches over the map with her ruler and plotter. She focuses on finding all 20 checkpoint coordinates.
Sue, I'm nervous that the locations I plotted are a bit off. Can you take a look? I'm anxious too, Scout, but it looks like your route matches what I have. We rookies need to help each other. Good luck out there.
20 cars or more are gathered on the grounds where the next leg of the race will begin. There are vehicles of different kinds that have been modified to be tough enough for the off-road rally. A newer red pickup truck is next to an older one. A modified sedan has light bars on top. A Jeep-style truck is in green and brown camouflage colors. One car is blue with white stars all over it, and another is all pink. An official stands on a tower and addresses the racers through a cone-shaped bullhorn.
Best of luck, everyone. You are all critical to this rally. Drivers, you must focus on driving safely. Navigators, you must give clear directions. Ruby's engine rumbles as she idles to a stop behind Tess. Ruby disconnects her sway bar to have more control on the uneven ground and stretches her wheels from yesterday's training. As drivers appear ahead of her, she feels stress building under her hood as she waits for their turn. Ruby takes a deep breath, letting air move through her system.
Scout sits in the passenger seat and looks up at Ruby.
Remember, Ruby, drive slowly once we get to each checkpoint, says Scout. We both know how you drive a bit too fast when you get excited.
Ruby grins. Ruby and Scout, get ready to drive in 3, 2, 1.
A black and white checkered flag is lowered to signal the start.
Scout clicks her stopwatch, and Ruby's eyes narrow on the path ahead. Scout guides Ruby through the ruts and bumps with ease, just like they practiced.
Great job, Rubes! The next checkpoint is 2.1 kilometers southeast on the other side of those dunes.
Scout points up. The sand dunes are very steep. Ruby's back tires kick up lots of sand as they dig deep to obtain the power to get to the top.
As Ruby crests a dune, she sees Tess sitting deep in the sand.
At the bottom of the dune, Tess and her car are stopped in some deep, soft sand. A tire has gone flat.
Ruby, I'm stuck! My tire's flat and I don't have the proper wrench, calls Tess. Ruby scrunches her face. She doesn't know what to do. She really wants to keep going and win the rally, but Tess needs help. Scout, will we lose too much time if we stop?
Ruby frowns as she looks back at Tess.
Scout checks her watch.
We don't have a lot of time, but what's rule number 1?
Ruby nods. Hang on, Tess. We're coming. Scout rummages in the gear bag and pulls out a wrench. They work together to change the tire.
Tess and Scout handle the tire, after propping up the car on a jack to clear it off of the ground. Ruby smiles as she watches them help the stranded car.
Thanks, Ruby and Scout. Tess grumbles, shaking off her tires. Ruby shrugs and adjusts her mirrors. It's all right. We rookies need to help each other.
Other cars are behind them in the distance. Both Ruby and Tess smile as they ready themselves to start again.
Scout checks her watch.
We have to hustle. Drive for 8 kilometers heading 320 degrees northwest. That should get us in range.
You've got it, boss. Ruby speeds away.
The red flag attached to the back of the red truck flaps in the breeze as they take off.
Click, click, click.
For the next 2 hours, Ruby and Scout find as many checkpoints as they can.
Scout clicks the stopwatch at each spot, marked with a different colored banner.
But Ruby starts to slow down under the hot sun.
Ruby's eyes close and her mouth droops with her tongue hanging out as she crosses an expanse of sand.
Ruby, we can't stop now. We're so close to the next checkpoint. It's only a few more kilometers southwest.
Scout points toward the teams ahead.
Ruby and Scout watch the other cars make their way up a steep dune to another checkpoint banner.
Ruby sighs and drives a bit further.
We made it,
says Scout as she clicks the tracker at the flag to log their checkpoint location.
Click.
As they make their way down the other side of the checkpoint, Ruby's tires have heat waves rising from them, and her square body sags with fatigue.
Scout, I have to stop. If I don't rest now, then this rally is over for good.
Okay, Ruby, you stretch, and I'll double-check the route.
Ruby relieves her tension with some off-road yoga and drinks some water. After a break, they set off to find the remaining checkpoints.
Ruby smiles again, and her eyes are open bright as she readies for the rest of the race.
As Ruby descends into the final stretch of the rally, she stops with her tires in the burning sand.
The sun sets behind the mountains, and below are the tents and ribbon showing the finish line.
The broken finish line ribbon flutters in the distance ahead. She sees the line of cars already celebrating.
Scout sits on Ruby's hood.
Oh, Scout, I am so embarrassed, says Ruby. I thought we could win as rookies, but it looks like we're last.
Ruby, sometimes it's more important to finish, even if we aren't the winning team.
Ruby smiles again.
You're right. We did our best. I am happy that we did it. Sad that it is over. And I am glad that we made it to the end. Maybe next time we will finish in the top 10. Ruby and Scout cross the finish line to celebrate the end of the rally.
Ruby and Scout join the gang of trucks and cars, cheering and raising their hands in victory. This has been Ruby and the Off-Road Rally, written by Lisa Ferland and Julie Dwyer. Illustrations by Alvin Adhi. Narrated by Erin Rieman. Audio description written by Bonnie Barlow and narrated by Richard Rieman. This has been a production of Imagination Storybooks by DCMP.